tag along yourself among groups that best will support you in leveraging in your skills. So
it is easier to reach our youth through technology.
We offer opportunities for you to learn, grow, and also find the potential of your life. We're interested to make those few lives become positive for a sustainable future. And
literally, youth-led organization gives you a lot of opportunities for you to grow.
What we strive to is equity to all young people in accessing opportunities.
Welcome back to Bongana One-to-One podcast. My name is Omache Thomas, and of course this is among the many series that we are having. Now the youth-led organizations within the coast region kuhakikisha kwamba afya ya vijana imeimarika, and kwa studio leo niko na one of my, of course they are my best friends, that one I have to make it clear first, but they are leading one of the best youth organization here in Mombasa. Karibu sana, the executive director, Seya Youth Organization. For the benefit ya mtazamaji, you can tell us a brief history of Seya and what you do.
So Seya is a youth-led community-based organization that works precisely under 3 spheres of life. So we work under health, human rights and livelihood, and our core business focuses on youth empowerment in detail. I'll share a short story on how we found ourselves where we are. So initially, back in the days while we were still in school, that is early 2017, there was high rise in terms of violence conduct among young people. And after doing our observation, we realized that this was as a result of youth unemployment that caused now the lawlessness that they had. So as young people who were free at local areas in Mombasa, we came together and decided that we want to create change. But at that level, we did not know what exactly to do as young people. So we registered Seya in 2017 as a youth group back then. Then along the way now we were able to now transition into a community-based organization. So initially we used sports, art and film to make sure that we create awareness on matters to do with employment and also peace and non-violent conduct among young people precisely in Mombasa. So along the way, due to data that we received from the county Department of Health, that was increase in terms of teenage pregnancy and sexual related complication, we decided to tweak our strategy. And currently we focus precisely on youth empowerment. We focus on health awareness, that is precisely sexual reproductive health and rights and intersectionality of mental health, as well not forgetting social justice and human rights. More priority is on digital literacy, now that we are in the era where technology takes over everything, and we are also interested in making sure we empower young people so that they can best make informed decisions and change their lives in a sustainable manner.
We've really talked about many things around there, but basically umesema nyinyi kama Seya kazi yenu ni youth empowerment.
Yeah.
Na sasa the interesting part here, mnatumia technology among many other innovative things to do. And for the benefit of the viewer, of course, this is one of the funded these are one of the funded youth organization, which is amazing. Of course, that is opportunities for young people. Right now, you've told us the journey. One will want to know now in a bit detail kidogo, a bit of those thematic areas ambazo unasema. What are some of the projects that you do in those thematic areas, and how do you engage young people?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, currently we run 4 programs that are externally funded. We have one that is core program. That is a program implemented in 4 counties in Kenya, that being Mombasa, Kwale and Kilifi and West Pokot. So this is a program that looks now to create awareness precisely on sexual reproductive health and life skills in general among young people, and as well create demand for services at public health facilities. So what we do in Precise, we create awareness and as well link young people to youth-friendly centers that offer youth-friendly services. As well, on the economical empowerment, we run a program named Pathways to Youth Empowerment that now looks at intersectionality of health and economical empowerment, because based on our observation and surveys conducted during the early days, we noticed that the issues that precisely complicate health matters are deeply rooted due to economical constraints. That is how we arrived at intersectionality of health and economical empowerment. We as well have a program that is coming into conclusion very soon, named Civic Digital Inclusion Policy Lab. This is a program that has also bring on board diverse, marginalized and vulnerable groups into space. So we focus on creating awareness on precisely digital data protection act rather among persons with disability. So what we do, we give them space to know what is useful in their life. We also give them chance to air out their voices in terms of challenges they face, and as well as give them opportunity to give out recommendation that they can push for policy reform. So at Seya, we believe at being an organization that is community-centered, and we rely on taking challenges and solutions from the community for them to own the initiatives that we run. As well, we have a program that came into conclusion under the name MyPoa. So this is a program that seeks to empower young people with life skill information with some little bit of mental health, because in this era, a lot of mental health issues are contributing factors to lawlessness and unproductivity among young people in Mombasa and in Kenya and globally as well.
Interesting there, I mean many things, and of course sometimes people think kuna venye kwanza hizi generation zingine kuna venye wana feeling vijana hawawezi fanya vitu, and when you're explaining there I could already feel like the impact you are creating. I mean enabling young people who get services kwa health facility, kuwafunza mambo ya civic engagement and all those programs. Of course I love the whole idea of empowering them, and that is the change that tunasema tuna create kwa community. So kwa hizi projects nyingi mnafanya, of course I know there are good things that you are proud of from those projects. Now to Salome, maybe you could tell us like what is that one thing, that one story pengine, that one story of impact that this is something we are proud of, as this is kakale ka story tu kamoja ka impact kenye mumeachieve kama organization. Sure. It can be to a person or to the organization.
Personally, Seya has enabled me to move from the journey of being an employed young youth to be an employed youth. I was at home very disturbed. Now I have finished school. I'm at my parents' home. I really didn't know what to do next. So after hearing about Seya from the neighbors, I decided to give it a try. So I started as a volunteer. And through my efforts, I was able to be recognized by our team lead, and he gave me the opportunity, and I'm so grateful about the opportunity. Now I can earn a living through my efforts. Of course, there are other success stories. Being part of Seya, I see how Seya links youth to different opportunities, especially the economic empowerment opportunities. Of course, there are trainings, but in the trainings, youth will be able to be equipped with technical skills to improve their skills individually. For women and young girls, we create awareness on economic empowerment and digital literacy. In turn, it helps them market their small-scale businesses. In return, it helps them to cater for their basic needs as young women and girls. So far.
Yeah, amazing. Like, I mean, you are able to know that you are part of that story. I mean, the impact. Lucas, what are these other impact stories that you can?
We have several success stories, but I'll pick one. So recently, there was an incident where a young girl somewhere around Jomvu was actively involved in sexual how do I put it, sexual transaction incidents, where she used to be the breadwinner to a family through now selling sex for the family to be able to eat. So through our efforts, we were able to counsel the young girl and as well bring the parents on board to notify them that there are incidents where they are putting the young girl at risk of contracting sexually complication and as well sexually transmitted diseases and infection. So through that journey, we were able to change positively their life, and currently the parents are able to start a business in terms of an income generating activity. And as we are speaking, they are selling fruits and vegetables, and the young girl is currently at school pursuing education. That is one of the stories that we are very proud of, to make sure that we change lives of young people.
That's interesting. I mean, that is the stories that we want to hear, that vijana, they are supported, and of course there is that change that is happening in the community. Young people are going back to school, and of course those risky things that are predisposing them to other conditions like diseases, you are able to support that. There is also one thing, I mean, doing that work is also not very easy, by the way. So what could be like that one, of course, those down moments? Do you have those down moments, and how do you guys handle them? You can maybe Salome, those down moments, and of course Lucas, those behind the scenes that people don't see.
Okay, so we have several down moments that we have encountered. One of them was at the early stage where we were trying to structure Seya to become a strong institution where it can offer support to very many people. So at first, as the team lead, I had the zeal to make sure I create change to our society, but did not have the technical know-how and the resources. So it took very many years and very resilient efforts to be where we are. One of the most pressing things was access to resources to make sure that our organization grows. So it took more than 4 years for us to access our first externally funded grants, and in return there was high turnover. So most of the people that used to be with us are left, and as well we were left in a situation where we are just changing people to each and every time tunabadilisha watu, and that is something that really depressed me, because I was very low at that moment, and I thought of Seya being an institution where it will uphold and make people stay for a very long period. Then I think another down moment that located us is recently during the withdrawal from USAID support in Africa. So initially we had a program that we were supposed to be rolling out, and we had also given interviews for the new officers. Then after that, it was very hard now to gain entry to the community that we serve and try to communicate to them that there are changes and the program might not continue as promised. That is one of the moments where I was very down because of the resistance from the community that we serve.
I mean, kwanza hiyo story ya kukuwa na team and wanakuepa, I mean, it's really very stressing. Resources, big thing there. I mean, and those are struggles that of course youth led group, but the beauty about this is that you're not giving up. You're still there, and that is the beautiful story about his story yet. Such are things that you are doing, impact you are creating on youth empowerment, which is so big. Of course, people can follow this at your social media pages, Seya Youth Organization, and they are able to see this that you are doing. Also, I normally have these questions that when someone wants to look back now, 10 years from now, anaangalia back, what do you think anataka kuona, anakifikiria Seya anafaa kumbuke nini?
So 10 years from now, I think one thing that we might be known for is as an institution that offers opportunity for young people, especially in professional and formal spaces, as well. Most priority is to make sure that we are in a community where people make informed decision in their life out of being empowered and also accessing economical opportunities in return to end marginalization and vulnerability. So in summary, what we strive to is equity to all young people in accessing opportunities.
Opportunities again for young people. That's what for me I'm picking.
Yeah.
Salome, what could your legacy be at Seya, and what is your inspiration to other young girls, of course, who want to be part of these youth-led organizations and to be part of these stories?
And for the young girls who want to be part of youth-led organization, literally, youth-led organization gives you a lot of opportunities for you to grow.
Yeah.
Since in being in this organization, the opportunities whereby you'll be sent to upper spaces where you have to grow out of your comfort zone for you to meet the expectations. So it's more of a beneficial to be in this youth-led organization. As for the legacy, I like them to remember that it's more of growing to perfect your own self, to be perfect, not just to go back, to be perfect and perfect yourself better.
Wow. Now there are people who may be willing to support you.
Yeah.
It can be financial resources and everything else. What is that best way wanaweza kuja waseme sasa sisi tunaweza be part of Seya?
Yeah. Inspired with what we do as well, you can support us through activity collaboration. Pia we are open in terms of receiving support from different organization, companies, government, international organization as well. Na pia sisi ni vijana ambayo tuko wazi ku make sure tumeweza kusoma na tumeweza kuongeza uweledi wetu katika kazi ambayo tunafanya. So this is to say we are calling upon all partners and well-wishers to come on board and support our work so that we can be able to change the lives of young people through digital skills and economical empowerment.
Welcome all partners. We embrace diversity at our organization, so we welcome you all. As for the youths, kindly don't give up. Even if you feel it's the end of the journey, just push it. It will make it in the near future. Even if it's not today, not tomorrow, but it will make it.
Wow, thank you so much. Of course, that is the very first episode with the Seya Youth Organizations. They are based in Mombasa. And one key thing that they are doing, of course, is giving young people the opportunity to be the best version of themselves. That is in health, socioeconomic empowerment, and of course, the greater part of utilizing the digital innovations, technologies to do that. Thank you for joining in, and see you in the next episode.